The Swiss indoors began today in Basel, the last of the 13 ATP World Tour 500 events of the season, and the final chance for players to win valuable points in the races to London and Milan. One of the players looking to secure a spot in the next-gen finals is Denis Shapovalov, taking on Yuichi Sugita here in round one. It was the Japanese who gained the early advantage, capitalising on Shapovalov's errors to break for a 2-1 lead.
And that's rather wild forehand from the Canadian.
But the Canadian youngster began to find his rhythm and held serve to keep himself in the match.
So Shapovalov hangs on.
But he couldn't find enough to peg back his opponent, and at the second time of asking, Sugita wrapped up the opener 6-4.
What a way to round off a very satisfactory set.
Shapovalov showed what he was made of when set 2 got underway though, as he raced to an early lead with a break here.
And there is the break for the Canadian.
The table's now turning. It was Sugita with the error this time. Unable to return this serve, he handed Shapovalov the double break.
Oh, this is much better serving now in terms of the consistency of landing that first deal.
There was yet more magic from the teenager as he extended his lead further, his confidence growing with every point.
Great court coverage, wasn't it?
The Canadian was really piling the pressure on the world number 38 now, and there was nothing Sugita could do to stop the youngster once he was in full flow.
Well, that might be the rally of the match, because the quality of the passing attempt and then the volley from Shapovalov was outstanding.
That was such a great point, wasn't it? I mean, there was like 3 or 4 shots in there where you felt like the opponent had won the point, but just something special.
But momentum can change quickly in tennis. A crucial hold of his next 2 service games, allowing Sugita to level the match and force a tiebreak.
Oh, pretty emphatic inside-in forehand to extricate himself from some difficulty there at 30 all. They've got to be emphatic, haven't they, because you're exposing the court, but that wasn't coming back.
But Shapovalov proved too strong and wrapped up the match in just under 2 hours to book his place in round 2.
And it's a double fault, a disappointing way to end what has been a really terrific tussle to come through in 3 sets, 4-6, 6-2, 7-6.
Next up was Marco Gianelli and Robin Haase. The pair last met at this event in 2011, where the Dutchman won in 2 sets. Basel native Gianelli, playing in his final tournament before retirement, would be hoping that this wouldn't prove to be his final match. With 322 points separating the pair in the world rankings, unexpectedly it was Haase who secured the early break over the wildcard. Errors from the Swiss saw Haase strengthen his hold on the set with a double break.
The double break belongs to Haase.
Though Gianelli held serve in his next game, the Dutchman was too strong for the world number 366 and took the first set in 31 minutes.
Job done, and fairly easily done in truth in the first set for Robin Haase.
With compatriot Roger Federer watching on, Gianelli began the second set with a love hold.
Well, the first serve makes a difference, doesn't it? And it did there. Emphatic hold of serve.
But another break for Haase saw him increase his hold on the match.
Well, what a pity for Gianelli.
Gianelli clearly wasn't ready to hang up his racket and retire just yet though, breaking Haase to level at 5-all. Federer was clearly impressed.
He does break, and he is back in this match.
Haase's superiority showed in the tiebreak though, as he booked his place in round 2. For Gianelli, it was time to bid farewell.
And it's finished with an ace by Robin Haase. That's a really confident performance from the Dutchman.
Meanwhile, Roberto Bautista Agut made light work of his opponent Mikhail Kukushkin with a 6-love, 6-3 win over the Kazakhstani qualifier. All eyes will be on the St. Jakobshalle tomorrow, when the tournament welcomes the return of Basel's most famous son, as Federer begins his quest for an 8th Swiss indoors title.